Hello friends, welcome back to my video series on analysis of determinate structures. So we have started with this topic on energy principles and energy theorems. In the previous three videos we have seen already the concept of work and energy and virtual work principle for the truss structure. Now how to apply the same concept in case of beams, let us see in this video. Now what I will do is I will take one simple cantilever beam which is subjected to a force F. Okay. Now when I apply the force F, the beam undergoes into some deformation, right? And we need to find this deformation delta F at any location of the beam. Here I have shown at the location of the force where I have applied, but how we can find the deformation in the beam subjected to some load at any location of the beam, right? Now this is now what happens due to the applied force F, strain energy will be stored in the beam, as we have seen in case of trusses where we have applied the external force F, and that is actually the external work done, and that will be stored in the form of strain energy in the structure. Now this strain energy is predominantly due to bending. In this case there the strain energy was predominantly due to the axial forces. Now in case of beams the strain energy is predominantly due to the bending moment, right? Now what I will do, I will consider one small element, one small element in this beam, okay, right? So which is subjected to some moment because of the applied external force. So that exaggerated view I have shown here. After the application of these moments, it means because of the application of the load, moments are getting generated. So the element which was perfectly square in nature undergoes some deformation. Let the included angle here be theta. So this is a small element which undergoes deformation due to bending. Now this deformation is identified by d theta. Now according to the moment curvature equation, we can easily write d theta is equal to m by ei into dx. So where d theta is this included angle, m is the bending moment which is developed due to the external force, and ei is the flexural rigidity of the beam, and where dx is actually the length of this element, that is this length. You can see here this length is actually dx, which is situated at a distance x from the fixed end. Now what happens here, because of that, if I try to write the work and energy equation for this moment, means for this type of structure, so the external work done should be equal to the total strain energy in the beam. So once again the external work done will be once again half of F times delta F, where F is the applied load and delta F is the deformation at the point where you applied the force F, and half because we are applying the force gradually, and where U is the total strain energy in this entire beam. Now that will be once again 1/2 of integration from 0 to L, that is from the total entire length of the beam, in the integration m times d theta, that is this is actually d theta, m times d theta, but d theta is equal to m by ei into dx, we know that. So that's why we have directly substituted that one here. So this is the total work done, and that work done will be saved in the form of strain energy in the beam. Okay, now let us disturb this beam by holding the deformation constant, that is we are having the second way. So I will hold the deformation constant and I will try to apply an imaginary load to the already applied load. So what happens because of that, there will be some additional bending moment which will be developed because of application of the additional imaginary force to the already applied force. There will be some additional bending moment which will be developed, and this delta F I am keeping it as constant. Now because of that there will be additional work done, and that should be equal to additional strain energy. So the additional work done is given as delta F times delta F, and the additional strain energy which is developed because of application of this additional load is 0 to L delta M times d theta, that is d theta is once again m by ei into dx. Now when I equate this equation and this equation, I will arrive at this form of the equation. Now let us see what are the meaning of each and every term in this equation. Okay, now when I take the same cantilever beam subjected to some UDL of W and subjected to some concentrated load of F, and I want to find what is the deformation at any point on the beam, I will use the previous equation which I have arrived, and that is, this is the total work done, and that should be equal to the total strain energy. So now here this delta F is the deformation, or I can say deflection in the beam because of the applied external. Yeah, okay. So this is the deflection in the beam which we need to find, and this is the bending moment due to actual external loads. So what are the actual external loads? F and W are the actual external loads. So whatever bending moment gets developed because of these actual external loads, that is this M, and EI is the flexural rigidity. Now this delta F, that is small delta F, is the virtual force corresponding to the actual deformation. Whatever virtual force you are trying to apply at a point where you required the deflection in the beam, that is nothing but this delta F, and this delta M is the virtual moment induced by the virtual force. Now by applying this virtual force, whatever bending moment gets developed in the beam, that is nothing but this delta M, that is virtual moment induced by the virtual force. So this is how we can use this equation to find this deflection in the beam. So now all the other terms are known. This is known term, this is known term, and this is known term. The only unknown term will be this, which we can find using this equation. Now if I want the slope at any point on the beam, we can use the similar equation. Suppose if I want to find what is the slope at the free end of this cantilever beam, so I want to find this theta A. Now what I have to do in such case is I have to apply an external moment, right? I have to apply an external moment. Now this external moment is the virtual moment. I will call it as virtual moment now. So I have to apply the virtual moment in the same direction as we want the slope, and at the same point where we want the slope, and now I will modify the previous equation slightly and I will arrive at this kind of an equation. Now this is delta MA, it is the virtual moment which you have applied, and this is the slope where you want to find, means this is the slope which you want to find, integration from 0 to L. This is delta M is actually the moment get developed in the beam because of application of the virtual moment. This delta M is the moment developed in the beam because of application of this virtual moment, and this M is the moment developed in the beam because of the external loads. So this is simple, we can modify that equation, and when we use this equation we can find slope at any point on the beam, and this equation will give you the deflection at any point on the beam. Now when we can even apply the work energy principle in case of frames. In case of frames, this is the actual work done by the external force, and this term is the strain energy, that is U. Now it contains two terms. This is because of the force and this is because of the moment, because the frame contains the forces and the moment, both the things. But this term will be very small as compared to the moment term, so usually we neglect this term. And we try to use only this term. So the final equation will be this equal to this one, and we can apply that equation to find the deflection or deformation at any point on the frame. Now friends, I will stop here. So in the next videos, upcoming videos, I will try to explain you the Castigliano's theorem, and we'll solve some numerical examples based on the virtual work principle and also on the Castigliano's theorem. Till then, thank you, bye.